You are the heiress of Kim Enterprises, and your grandfather arranged your marriage with your childhood friend Jungkook, the CEO of Jun Enterprises. His girlfriend is Jessica and your stepsister is Chloe. Jessica is a manipulative girl who convinced Jungkook that you bullied her throughout her childhood, and Jungkook believed her, whereas Jessica, Chloe and her boyfriend Justin were the ones who bullied you throughout your childhood. After 5 years, you are back with high educational qualification to rule your empire. But now Jungkook hates you. A detailed video of Jungkook using you is pinned in the comment section below. Please take a look. Wyan's point of view. It's been 3 days since I got married. After that night, I tried my best to avoid him as much as possible. I decided to shift my stuff to another bedroom, which was exactly opposite Jungkook's room. I didn't want to be in the same room with him after that night, and even Jungkook also didn't have any objection to that. I do cook his meal, but the food which I cooked remains untouched by him. Jungkook's point of view. I reached my office early today since we have an important meeting with Kim Enterprises. I heard from Jimin that the company was taken over by Wyan, and she is now the new CEO. I was surprised by this news. I mean, Wyan hardly got any knowledge about the business. According to Jessica, she was always a low-grade student at high school, and I guess she didn't even have a proper degree or experience. Sir, they are here. I heard my assistant informing me. Taking a seat opposite of me and Jimin, without wasting any more time, Wyan got straight to the business. So, you're planning to build a new resort? Do you have any ideas regarding the resort yet? I guess that is why we are here in the meeting, to discuss and know about each other's ideas. Don't mind me saying this, but do you have any idea about this sector or any experience? I mean, what can we expect from a spoiled brat who didn't even complete her high school properly? I could see everyone from her team and my staff was taken aback by my comment. I'm sorry, Mr. John, but I'm not here to discuss my potential. Maybe we can arrange another meeting to discuss my credibility. Wyan replied with a small smile. Since you don't have any ideas yet, then can I please start with my presentation? She stood up from her seat and slowly made her way towards the projector. Without wasting any more seconds, she started. It was almost 30 minutes since she started the presentation, and so far I have done nothing but stare at her. The way she was explaining her plans for the resort was marvelous. She almost planned everything so well that I was speechless. It looked as if she was someone highly experienced and finest in the sector. The way she was moving her lips and talking there makes me want to bite those lips and kiss her senselessly. I shook my head and cleared my thoughts. Get a grip, Jungkook. Don't forget, because of her, Jessica broke up with you. Taking 15 minutes break, we decided to continue further after that. Everyone left the room to get coffee except me, Wyan, Jimin and Wyan's assistant Esther. Wyan was busy talking to her assistant. Hey Jungkook, hey Jimin, how are you guys? Justin greeted us. As he saw Wyan sitting there, his expression changed. I could see the lust in his eyes. Hello Wyan, how are you? He asked while checking her out. Wyan on the other hand was busy analyzing some papers with her secretary Esther. I'm fine, Mr. Justin, she replied without even looking at him. Don't be so formal, Wyan. Call me Justin. We are friends after all. We used to be friends, Mr. Justin. Please excuse me enough. She went outside the boardroom. I could see Justin staring at her until her figure got disappeared. By the next 5 minutes, everyone got back to the boardroom except Wyan. When she didn't return for the next 5 minutes, Esther tried calling her number, but it was not reachable. She was about to go and find her, but I stopped her. I will go find her, Esther. You please be seated. I went to search for her. A voice was coming from the ladies' restroom. I could hear some murmuring from inside. A male voice was evident. Without thinking further, I opened the door. The scene in front of me left me shocked and disgusted. There was Wyan, my wife, standing in close proximity to Justin. Wyan's blouse was badly messed up. Her hair was disheveled. Looking at their condition, I understood what was going on here. Her eyes got wide looking at me. She looked scared and pale. Seeing her reaction, Justin turned towards me. He immediately maintained his distance from her. But I didn't wait for her answers or excuses. I banged the door hard and left them both there. What a lady. Vian's point of view. I was straightening my ponytail when I saw Justin entering the restroom. Back in the boardroom, I purposely avoided him. I thought he got the hints, but some people never understand. What are you doing here? Why do you act like a stranger, Vian? We used to be good friends, but you disappeared after high school, he said while coming close to me. I already told you we used to be friends, but whatever you did to me that night at the party, you lost my friendship. 5 years back, Justin came to my room and offered me a drink. I only took a sip from it and suddenly I started feeling dizzy. It was all their plan. Jessica, Chloe and Justin then took off my clothes, left me in my undergarments and videotaped me. After that horrible incident, I ran away from my home. I was stupid and young at that time, Vian. I know what I did with you was very wrong, but I was brainwashed by Chloe and Jessica. I even came to apologize after the video was shared, but you were gone by then. For the past 4 years, I was searching for you, but couldn't get any info about you. And when I saw your Jungkook's parents' anniversary, I wanted to talk to you and tell you what I feel for you. But your engagement was already announced by then. Even at your wedding, I tried to reach you and tell you not to marry Jungkook. But you were surrounded by a lot of people, and I lost the last chance to talk to you before your wedding. Aren't you dating my stepsister Chloe? I saw you both at the party as well and at my wedding. I saw how she looks at you. She loves you, Justin. I don't love Chloe. I was only there with her so that I can be with you someday. Being with her was only because I knew you would contact your family one day. And then I can finally get to you. All these years, I have been waiting for you. But when I heard about your comeback, it was too late since you already signed those agreement papers. Jungkook will never love you, Vian. He will always love Jessica. Even today, he is more concerned about her. It's me who loves you, Vian. You can divorce Jungkook. I promise to be everything you want me to be. Just be mine, Vian. Sorry, Justin, I can't do this. I started walking towards the door to leave. I suddenly felt Justin holding my arms and dragging me back. Vian, please don't do this to me, he said while gripping my arms tightly. I tried to get out of his grip, but seeing me struggling, his hold got tighter. His eyes then fell on my lips as he leaned forward to kiss them, but I turned my face away. Before I could push him away, I saw Jungkook standing near the door. Seeing my condition, I thought Jungkook would help me or at least ask what was going on here. But Jungkook banged the door and left us there without saying a word. What was I even thinking? He won't help you, Vian. I focused my attention on Justin before he attacks me again. I punched him in the face. He stumbles back but soon maintains his posture. What the hell, Vian? He shouted while holding his nose, which was now bleeding. If you ever pull a stunt like that again, I will file a harassment complaint against you. I warned him while fixing myself. What you did to me that night was something you were aware of. You're equally to be blamed for that. Don't give me that stupid excuse of you being young and stupid. I told him and left the restroom. For the next few hours, we discussed a few other factors relating to the resort. During the whole time, Jungkook avoided glancing in my direction. It was almost lunchtime when we entered the meeting. I collected all my stuff and was about to leave when Jimin spoke to me. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself well. I'm Park Jimin. Me and Jungkook are best friends since university. I didn't get a chance to talk on your wedding day since you both left very early. Nice to meet you too, Jimin. We can surely catch up on some other day if you want. I gave him a friendly smile. Before we can talk anything further, Jungkook interrupted us. Vian, there are some important papers I want you to sign. Please come to my cabin when you are done. What are the papers you want me to sign? I asked once I reached his office. He pressed a button on his desk. I turned back and saw the transparent wall facing the office was now frosted. I mean, why did he need to do that? I'm just here to sign the papers. I turned back to Jungkook when I saw him standing so close to me. I stepped back, making space between us, but he kept on moving ahead until my back touched the wall. Since when are you doing, Justin? Was it even after our engagement? Is he the one, or are you sleeping with other people as well? His gaze was intense and I could see his eyes were burning with anger. Well, it was none of your business, Jungkook. Didn't you tell me not to bother you with my presence? So whatever I'm doing in my life shouldn't be bothering you as well, I replied without breaking the eye contact. Knowing he would insult me again with his words, I turned to leave his cabin, but he slammed harshly on the same wall again. He put his hand on either side of my shoulders, caging me in. Don't ever talk to me in that tone. Remember now, I have the power to destroy your little company, he whispers in a threatening voice, his hands gripping my waist tightly. Tell me, since when are you doing Justin? A shiver ran down my spine when he touched my body. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to such proximity with men. I'm not sleeping with Justin. I will never think of doing that. He was the one who was forcing himself on me, I replied honestly. He looked at me for a moment and then slammed his lips on mine. I was shocked at his action. Why is he kissing me? I tried to push him away, but his grip got more tight on my hips. I further tried kicking him with my legs, but he trapped my legs between his. Knowing he wasn't going to stop, I bit his lips hard, but he wasn't even affected by it. His kiss was skilled and dominating. As much as I wanted to push him away, my body was completely reacting the other way from his touch. When he was getting lost in the kiss, I took the perfect opportunity to shove him away. Fixing up my skirt, I took my bag and rushed out of his cabin without looking back. Thank God there was no one around when I walked away. I need to stay away from him. Jungkook's point of view. After I saw Wyan with Justin at the restroom, I acted as if I don't care about it. But deep inside, it was bothering me seeing my wife close to some other man. It was almost 9 p.m. when I left for home. Thinking about Wyan, I decided to stay away from her as much as possible since I can't trust myself around her. I finished my dinner and refilled my wine glass again when I heard the front door open. I saw Wyan entering the house. She was still in her office attire, which she was wearing in the morning. Her eyes met mine, but she avoided her gaze and continued walking towards her room. Where were you? I had some work in the office. It's almost midnight. Can you tell me what was that work that couldn't be done later? Just clearing out some old issues of the company, and it has to be done today, she replied while moving her fingers in her open hair. Damn, she looks sexier with her hair open. From tomorrow, the driver will pick you and drop you. Being Jeon Jungkook's wife, there are people around who can hurt you to reach me. Also inform me first you are coming home late. I need to be aware of where you are going. Unlike you, I have a reputation to maintain. Giving me a hard look, she kept her bag on the floor and moved towards me. As far as I remember, you were the only one who kissed me forcefully a few hours before. Yet you have the audacity to call me that? Wow, she replied while standing in front of me. Her hazel eyes were staring at me with anger. Well, you can't say that you didn't enjoy that. Seeing it, I wasn't much surprised. A mere touch of my fingers did a lot of things. I guess girls like you couldn't hold back for long. She was taken aback by my comment, but soon covered her reaction. She crossed her arms over her. She followed my gaze and noticed what I was looking at. She moved closer to me, which gave me a clear look at her smooth body. I wonder how her body would feel against mine mourning my name. Jungkook, your touch did make me feel things, she whispered in seductive voice. But seeing your reaction just by glancing at my body makes me question your character now. She lowered her eyes down and smirked. I frowned and followed her gaze down to my heart thingy, which was clearly visible through my sweatpants. Without even my touch, you are reacting this way. I wonder what I should call you now. Good night, Mr. John. A cold shower might help you now. She winked and walked towards her room. This is going to be a long night. For more videos, please subscribe this channel. Have a great day, dear ones. Bye.